And so, in light of recent events, I figured it would be only cautious to be live most of the time with you guys, in case you guys see something I don't, catch something I won't. But to basically have the safety of someone witnessing at least what could potentially happen. So yeah, man, I was just saying how, in light of recent events, the only cautious thing I can think of to prevent from further escalation is to stay for the most part live, in case anybody jumps on to watch during the time that they do, see something that I can't, or catch something that I can't or won't be able to. But right now my plan is to I've been cleaning up a little bit, slept most of the day thankfully, but my plan is to clean up a bit, and then go do some laundry, to the shit that either got wet after the firefighters showed up, or things that I just have to clean up because they got dirty. And so I don't know, man, it's a weird feeling, it's a weird thing, because I don't believe to have ever done anything to anyone particularly in order to deserve this type of treatment, except trying to cut off the people that don't do any good or don't bring any good in my life. And so it's very simple for a lot of people to just say things like, cut people off, or don't hang out around those people. And it's like, okay, but you have to understand that when we do choose to cut people off, that doesn't always come without a consequence. It doesn't always come without a cost. And so for me, I felt like everything that did happen is the cost of cutting people off who don't mean anything good into my life, or don't bring anything good into my life, right? And so, again, that's why I can't even entirely be mad at them. It could possibly be my own karmic reciprocity, right? It could be something that I did that caused, karma to respond in the way that it did and have someone do this back. But whatever the scenario or case is, good and bad, good and evil, it's always going to be subjective, right? What somebody deems themselves to do isn't always, they're never going to see what they're doing as bad or as evil, right? Everyone does what they do just to do it. And I heard a quote, or read a quote recently that says, the only good is knowledge and the only bad is ignorance, which I completely agree with, because what controls the narrative of what the majority feel is good or evil is those who possess the most knowledge. And those that often do cause harm or do commit crime are those that unfortunately are, for the most part, mostly ignorant, in modern society at least, right? Because I'm sure there's very intellectual or smart people in the grand scheme of things, maybe potentially, causing harm or creating harm in order for their own agendas to be fulfilled. But I don't know, life is what we make it, I guess. And I do want to believe that there's more good than there is evil, in general terms, right? And what society believes to be good and evil. I also believe that the individuals who did this are going through something so heavily and probably struggling way more than I am, even if they have more than I do. But again, value and wealth is not always measured by the things that you have, but by your characteristics, your personality, and your behavior, the way that you respond to things. That's real value. That's the value that you can always have, no matter how much they take from you. But only if I allow it to bother me or bring me down will I lose any of that value. So I just want to remain positive and hopeful that this rental thing, and yeah, man, it's just a trip. How shit happens, but you know, just doing a little bit of cleaning here and there, whatever I can. Fucking that side of the nest is all now exposed, but that's also where the fire began. And this front side, of course, is just the fence and entrance that I used to use, no longer operable. But yeah, man, I'm gonna keep this live, or if I go off, I'll come back and keep it live. Otherwise, I have a shortcut to just directly go and start streaming in the event that an encounter happens. But right now, I'm just trying to make sure that the cat's good, get ready and prepared to go do some laundry. And yeah, man, I hope everybody else is doing alright too. I know everybody's going through some shit. This right here, what I'm going through, is nothing compared to what some other people are going through, probably. And I know that, I understand that. I also don't want anyone to feel bad for me. Now, as far as support goes, people who can help, great. The people who can't, it's all good too. I'm not of anyone that they can't do. But this is the fucking aftermath. And I got a little bit of power, so I'll be able to light for a bit at least. And I'm just gonna grub real quick, and I'll get back on with you guys in a bit. But yeah, gotta stay alert, stay cautious, stay safe, and stay knowledgeable. Peace. I'm just gonna leave the phone on live for a bit.
Solavino. 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 Solavino.
Solavino, come over here. Come on. Solavino. Where is it? Where are you going? Hey, Solavino. The light might go out for a second as I plug this motherfucker in. Solavino. Oh, what you doing in there? It might not be that interesting for those of you watching. It's gonna be posted up for a bit. Chilling. I'm gonna grab some mac and cheese, but I have the camera pointed forward in case there's one to encounter. Hey, be fun. What are you doing? That was right there. Try this. Try it. Try it. Try it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut it off for a bit and then just jump back on so I can let my phone charge real quick. But I appreciate y'all for, you know, hopping on and checking it out. But I don't think anything eventful is gonna happen until they think that I'm either away or not paying attention. So I'm gonna shut this off for a bit in case they're watching or listening, you know, make them think that I'm going off. But I'll catch you guys in a bit.